to get as much out of that wood character.
So I mean that brings up a good question. Barrel reuse. How many times, like, so you get a fresh like whiskey barrel or wine barrel, how many times can you safely reuse that barrel?
I wouldn't do more than, if you're keeping it clean, I wouldn't do more than one.
Yeah, I'd turn it into furniture.
I go furniture,
Age the spirit in it, then age the beer in it, then turn it into furniture.
or go to sour.
Or go to a sour. Yeah, that's fine. But
I use mine, but never use for a clean beer. I always go to a sour after the first clean.
Okay, so you do one clean use, then a sour, and then a couple of sours out of that, or just one?
You know, by the time I was kind of wrapping up the sour project, I was moving on to the brewery, and I never got a chance to refill. I would have, though. Especially with that blonde we mentioned earlier, that light one, I would have loved to see how much the barrel itself inoculated next year. So my next level that I never executed was to go in that same base beer out inoculation just to see how much.
See what it picks up.
Yep.
And then the level after that is to do a booze.
I go with Brian on the furniture after that one.
yeah, I don't know, man. Like a whiskey, you can make a whiskey barrel go sour, but you can't ever truly pull a sour barrel back to clean because of the way that the microorganisms are infiltrating that wood. I mean, it can get pretty deep, and the wood. It's the reason why the Brettanomyces work so well in wood barrels is a couple of reasons. One, the wood sugar will feed them. They'll eat that, and Brett is going to metabolize the byproduct of other bugs too. So whatever they're doing.
They're tiny little cells that get in everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Like how deep they get in the substrate or the wood.
Yeah.
There's just no way that the sanding is going to reach it. Molecularly speaking, I don't think the sanding is.
I don't think it can.
Even small enough to get in there.
No, and that's why a lot of these, when you look at like Rare Barrel and if you follow some of these larger California sour breweries, when they first started out, they were getting this potassium sulfite that they quickly went away from because they realized flavors, and then they kind of moved to steam like the wine industry. I've stayed in touch with a couple of them and watched some of the news coming out, but I know even steam isn't necessarily 100% effective under pressure with some of that. It just gets too deep after a while. Yeah. So you can knock it back, you can affect your pH a little bit, but you're never really going to get it out of a barrel once it's in there.
Well, and if you've ever seen like the inside of a barrel, like had an old barrel and like knock it apart, like those staves, they're very craggly.
Oh, yeah, they're raw.
Yeah. Well, and just like inside, like they're charred and it's there's so many nooks and crannies.
And then you're drinking something out there.
I don't know. So one of the best smelling fires I ever had was with an old whiskey barrel. That was a lot of fun.
Horrible memories of the danger barrels.
Yeah, we had some fire gas.
They were barrels with the top carved out with broken glass pieces put around a burner
Oh.
and a cement ring. They were top heavy, broken glass, open fire with a propane unit inside a old bourbon barrel.
Just putting that broken back chartreuse strip. But I'll tighten it up. Come on.